Oh, I'm such a bahli. I turned to head home when, out of nowhere, a wet blob smacked the back of my neck. It stung as I reached around, wondering if a pigeon had just used my head for its toilet seat. My fingers ran across something gooey. A closer look revealed a yellowish slime. An egg? My stomach felt woozy as I flicked away the goo. Laughter came from across the street. My throat burned at the sight of Sarah Decker, our middle school's nastiest bully. 2 boys and a girl, each as tall and imposing as her, stood there too. All of them were in my 6th grade class, and they were laughing. Laughing at me. Teta had always told me that demons were real, and Sarah was definitely one of them, or at least a distant cousin. Exhibit A. A carton in her hand with a single egg missing, the one that she'd just launched at me. Exhibit B. Her signature devilish gap-toothed grin, pasted on her face right now. Maybe that was why I hadn't felt guilty about yesterday, when I stuffed her backpack with used paper towels from the bathroom trash. Since she'd come with 3 of the biggest, most frightening 12-year-olds at Portland Middle School, she'd probably taken my prank the wrong way. Well, since I'd meant to annoy her, I guess she took it the right way. In my defense, she started it. 2 years ago. We were friends before then, but her parents didn't like that I wasn't born in America. When she told me, I said her parents were a couple of moldy eggplants. Then she shoved me into a locker. But I, Shad Hadid, never do 2 things: rely on anyone else, or let a bully mess with me and get away with it. Thus, our rivalry was born. Sarah pulled another egg from the carton and turned to her friends. Did everyone see that throw? Perfect angle, just the right velocity. And score! Sarah is a science and math whiz, which makes her different from the other bullies, especially since she is smart enough to turn basically anything into a lean, mean wedgie machine. Her friends, on the other hand, aren't so smart. What's a velocity? Asked Anthony Clark, captain of the wrestling team. Meanwhile, Catherine Lee reached for an egg only to have her hand slapped away by Sarah. Let me have a try, said Catherine. It's not like he can run. He's slower than a camel. They have those where you're from, right, Shad? Camel? The insult made my skin crawl. You figheads have it all geographically wrong, I shouted. There aren't any camels in Lebanon. I don't pay attention in school, and even I know that. Sarah and her friends laughed even harder. Fighead? She asked. Who says that? Someone who can actually read, I shot back. Unlike you. All of them quieted, and Sarah's face went red, and she picked up another egg. Not good. You think you're so funny, huh? She shouted, rushing to the other side of the street. My side. Since you love food, how about I make an omelet out of your head? She brought her arm back to throw, but I dashed down the street. Behind me, I heard the thwack of an egg breaking against the bakery glass, and then the door swinging open. One of the baker's assistants stepped outside and shouted at Sarah and her friends. She called Sarah something in Arabic that, had it come out of my mouth, would have made Teta slap me into another dimension. My Sultan of Slam wrestling backpack thudded against my butt as I raced down the block. Sarah had already crossed the street with her friends, only 20 feet away, and gaining on me with each stride. I hadn't thought past calling her a figuehead. But what was I supposed to do? They were picking on me. Saying nothing was worse than saying the wrong thing, right? Egg after egg started raining down. Some soared by while others painted the wall in yellow. One egg hit the sidewalk right next to me, and bits of yolk splattered onto my sneakers. You can't outrun us, said Sarah. She was right. While I could barely even run, Sarah could both run and throw. But I was darn good at hide and seek. While eggs smashed all over the pavement, I rounded the building that connected several stores to the bakery. An alley I could hide in was up ahead. Now I hadn't outgrown what Teta called my baby fat, and the alley was pretty narrow. Still, I sucked in my stomach and squeezed inside. My fear of Sarah totally